This is Corolla Digital. Welcome to Hammer and Nails with Skip and Alison Bedell.
Hey!
What's happening, y'all?
Hey, everybody.
Here we are.
Guess who it is?
It's us. We're back.
I'm Alison Bedell.
I am Skip Bedell, and what the hell is going on?
What the fuck? Welcome back to Hammer and Nails, everybody.
Here we are again.
Thank you so much for coming back.
Oh, my God. We're actually doing this thing again?
We love
They're
you
letting
guys.
us do it again?
I know.
When's Corolla going to call us up like, dude, it's over, man. Just give it a rest.
No. It's going good.
Nah.
It's going good.
We love you guys. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for listening. And we're getting like huge feedback from everybody. They love the show. They're telling their friends. I'm reading stuff online, Twitter, Facebook, from so many people. Like they're listening to it in the car when they're going to work. A couple of people have told us that, like, you know, they drive professionally. There's a limo driver, or it's a Uber person, or like one dude is a tow truck driver, drives all day in Chicago. Who is the other guy that like is an
cool
over
is
the
that?
road driver? He drives back and forth across the country like he moves people, you know, with a big moving truck. You're saying they just listen to, you know, one after the next. It's so cool, and we want to thank you guys for checking us out.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I just heard from Gary about the Christmas break that they are going dark for 2 weeks. Dark.
It's gonna be darkness.
Yeah. They're not recording anything live for those 2 weeks. They're going to be playing repeats. So what because he asked, you know, do we want to put out live stuff or what? Or like, what do we want to do? So we all came together and decided that it might be a cool idea to make compilation
like
episodes.
A best of.
Yeah, like where we're going to take what I guess we consider, and we know what, we're totally open to your input if you guys want to like tweet us or Facebook us, but we're going to take what like the funniest, best segments that we can remember and just compile them into 4 new episodes so that the people who are also new listeners who haven't even listened to the earlier stuff, you can kind of get a piece of what's going on in those eepisodes, and you know, so that way you get something kind of new.
Dial it back over the last like 40 or so episodes and find just like, you know, just the best stuff.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take some time to actually.
We're going to have to
create
sit around
that.
and listen to ourselves.
What the fuck did I offer to do? That blows.
Wait a second. Maybe we should rethink this. I don't know how much of us I can take.
Okay, your assignment, people listening, is to tell us exactly which episode and which time code.
I like that better.
works.
I like that better. Let's have the listeners. It'll be listener's choice.
Yeah,
there you go. Listener's choice.
Listener's choice.
There it is.
Love that, baby.
There it is. So you guys have a week or so to.
Yeah,
give us
and you know what? Actually, listener's choice. If you give us the suggestion with the segment and also the time code on which episode it is, I can like preface each one of those segments by this is one recommended by blah blah blah.
There you go. Get your name on the podcast.
People.
There you go. That's a great way to get on the show.
That's a great way for y'all to get on
but
the show.
that means you're going to have to go back and listen to 30 episodes.
Well, you know what? That's their reward. We're going to call out. They're going to get the shout out on the episode, and you know it's going to be living on iTunes forever.
I like that.
Yeah. So you guys, the fans who've listened to it before,
choice.
Exactly. You tell us which the best shit is. Then.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think everything I do is just amazing. So you know, who am I to say? You guys, let us know.
Everything you do is amazing.
No,
Some of the
actually,
stuff I do,
nobody thinks I suck more than me.
Okay. This is true. You're like so like hypercritical of like everything.
It's really hard to be objective, you know. Like, we'll walk away and I'll be like, that episode was kind of like lame or weak. Like,
it's not even like the podcast stuff though. It's like everything. Like, you know, you're
Laura at work. She's the secretary at work. She's always like, that was a good one. And I'm like, you fucking kidding me? Like, okay, you say so. That's good. I'm glad she thinks so. But yeah, it's hard to fucking tell.
Glad you're digging it.
Yeah. So
that's a very cool idea.
No. So also I wanted to just mention because now that we're about the Christmas holiday, since Christmas is coming up, we want to remind you guys that we have the website skipandalisonbedell.com. And you can also listen to the podcast at hammerandnailspodcast.com. They're all the same website, by the way. We just have like a multitude of web addresses that take
Pages
you to,
and links
that take
is
you
all-
to the same
Yeah.
website.
Sooner or later, you're going to wind up on the same page.
Yeah, you're going to end up in the same place. And on every page on our website, with the exception of the actual podcast player, there is a link to Amazon. And if you guys are doing your shopping on Amazon for Christmas, if you guys could please go to our website and click on an Amazon link there and even bookmark it to your internet browser and use that because it really helps us out a lot.
There's a lot of good stuff on there too. We have a lot of recommendations on there for all kinds of
Yes.
things for your gift lists and things that people might like to have, stuff that we dig. And
Yeah,
then we're
look
gonna,
at the episode summaries too, because if we talk about something on the
in
episode
fact, I
summary,
think today I'm going to be doing some Skip's tips, and I got a couple of products that you guys might find helpful around the house. So you'll find links for those on the Amazon. There's all kinds of good stuff going on. Thank you for that very much.
you know what? I listen to Stern every morning on the way to work, and he lets it rip, and I find it hysterical.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
you're not Stern, and thank God you don't look like him, because then I'd have to fuck you, and that will be the end of that. So.
Well, if you do them from behind, you see the hair and the long legs, right? That could be hot for you.
No. Don't even put that in my head. Don't get that there, because that's going to be that's a recipe for disaster.
No, but I bet you his legs are hairy.
I will now fixate on that image in my mind the next time we're doing it, and he'll be like,
I'll bet his legs are hairy.
People are like, oh,
though.
what happened, honey? It's okay.
Sorry about
no,
that.
it's not. It's not okay.
All right.
No.
All right. Well, then you have to keep your eyes open.
Oh,
that's all.
God, don't put that thought in my head.
Sorry. Okay.
All right.
Well, with that in mind, also, it's getting cold out. It's winter time. It's
Yeah, I know. But we're really lucky right now with the mild weather. But
It's
you know
been
it's
really
coming. It's like
fucking
right around
mild.
the corner.
Yeah,
I'm happy about it because I'm working in these houses, building stuff. With some no power, no heat, whatever. So I'm like really fine with the 50 and 60 degrees right now.
Yeah.
But I know it's like a blink of an eye. It's going to be 20.
freezing overnight.
Yeah.
It's been really fucking cold overnight. So we
Yeah.
just had this lady over who was a notary because we just finally closed on the refinance of our mortgage.
Let me tell you guys, this is the way to go. If you guys have good credit, you can qualify for these loans that are out there right now. There's some amazing rates right now.
And you better hurry to fuck up, people, because it's not going to stay like
It's about
that.
to change real quickly, but there are some incredible rates. I heard in California it's even below 3% right now. Here in New York, we just got a 3.25% 15-year fixed rate loan.
And we cut the mortgage
Yeah, we
in
had a
half.
30-year mortgage on our home, which is standard. Most people have that.
We're
And
5 years in. But
but we just knocked off 10 years off of our loan for basically the same monthly payment.
it's $100 more a month.
Yeah, but it's like it'll save like $100,000.
Yeah, over
I think it was more than that. I
$100,000.
think it was like 120 grand we'll save by knocking those 10 years off the
Yeah.
loan.
How
so,
cool is
so
that?
go out and check this out. It's so worth it. There's a lot of programs out there right now that make it pretty
If
easy
you
to
get
do.
offers in the mail, I got one of those
Yeah.
offers in the mail, and
Yeah.
I called it. I mean,
We get
I
them- we
I
get
didn't even
them
know
all
if
the
it
time,
was
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was total. I didn't know if it was like legit or not, but I
So
mean,
a lot
if
of them,
it's a mortgage company.
They're like a minimum income check, their minimum doc check. It's like a scaled back
Because
appraisal on your house.
because you already own your house, so
Right.
it's not the same as when you're first looking to get a mortgage. Like for the first time, there's the FHA ones, and then there's the conventional.
Right.
And if you get the FHA, then you don't need another appraisal, and you have to pay the PMI still. But if you get conventional, you don't have to pay the PMI, and you have to get an appraisal, and then it has to be the 80%. What's the 80%? What? The the value to what is the ratio?
Yeah, the
loan to value ratio.
the equity of the house, yeah.
So if you've got that, then you don't have to pay the PMI anymore.
Well,
which is
one thing for certain: if you have a 30-year loan that you're paying down, and you're however long you're into it. I mean, obviously, if you have a real long time pay down, you only have a few years left, then it wouldn't make sense. But like for us,
but reduce the rate at the very least.
Yeah, if the rate is reduced enough, it's just amazing how much money you'll save. And a
So
lot of people
much.
have like 6-7% loans out there. Some of them even more, which is insane. So if you can qualify for that, definitely do it.
Yeah. So now you're facing a tough decision. What do? You sleep on it.
What do you do?
Well, what if that decision is to get rid of
What
your
that can do?
old, lumpy mattress that is ruining your sleep?
Oh, there's nothing worse than a bad night's sleep, right?
You get a Casper and literally sleep on it. That's what we did. It is one award-winning mattress that's engineered for supportive comfort and guaranteed to give you a great night's sleep. It's only been 18 months since these guys totally upturned the mattress industry, and now they're planning to do the same to the bedding category with their newly launched sheets and pillows.
Oh my God.
Sheets and pillows.
Sheets and pillows, not there.
Yeah, their new dual-layer pillow contains nearly 1 billion microfibers engineered to adapt to your movements and keep you supported and cool throughout the night.
1 billion?
billion.
That's even more than 1 million. That's a lot.
It is.
That's a lot of fibers. You can actually try your Casper mattress in your own home for 100 nights risk-free. In fact, you can even try the sheets and the pillows too. The sheets, get this. You can try the mattress for 100 nights free. If you don't like it, if it's not the best thing you've ever slept on, they will come back and pick it up at your house, return all your money, no shipping, no nothing. It's completely free.
How long do you have to try the sheets and pillow?
You get 100 nights with that too. They'll send you the sheets.
Even if I drool on it?
Yeah.
Even if I blow my smelly morning breath into it?
Oh, yes.
Even if I get my mascara on it?
Even if you get anything on it, and when I say anything, I mean anything.
So if you don't get the best night's sleep you've had, they will pick the mattress up and refund you.
They will come back and pick it up, and they'll refund all of your money for you completely. I mean, it's really an unbelievable deal. You can push your mattress that you have right now up against the wall, try it out for 100 nights. If you don't like it, they come back and pick it up.
Yeah, so make every hour of sleep amazing and get a Casper.
That's right. Put the Casper to the test by actually sleeping on it for 100 nights in your own home with free shipping and returns. Go to Casper.com and use the code HAMMER for $50 toward the purchase of your mattress. That's Casper.com, code HAMMER for $50 toward the purchase of your mattress.
That's Casper.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Casper.com.
So you know what? We had somebody write to us to ask us, what was that code again? Because they were going to order a Casper mattress. Yeah. I would like them to write back to us and let us know how they liked it. And you know what else? I would like to, because it is a good deal. It's really...
it's like, why wouldn't you do it, right? It's like
I want to hear it from the people who are actually doing it. And if you guys order a Casper mattress, I want to send you guys some swag.
Oh.
Yeah. I want to, because you know what? We got some Mangria swag when we were hanging out at the Mangria Bar Crawl.
Oh, there you go.
I would love to send, we can sign T-shirts and send a picture and some of our magnets, hammer and nails. We can send a little swag bag to somebody if they let us know that they got the Casper mattress.
Well, you got to take a picture of you on your Casper.
Or a screenshot of the receipt. Send us a naked picture on your...
No, just... All right. Forget the naked part. Unless you're hot, then you can send us a naked one. Yeah.
But yeah, send us some sort of evidence or something that you purchased it. We will be so happy to send you swag back.
Yeah, we'll swag you up.
We'll totally swag you up.
There you go, because we are definitely big fans of the Casper mattress. We have one in our house. We tried it out, and I got to tell you, we went past 100 nights, and I said, you know what? We're keeping this thing.
Because now they're taking it back.
Yeah, really, you got nothing to lose, right? I mean, they'll take it back right at your front door.
Is the pillow, because there's some things like underwear and stuff that you can't return to regular stores.
Oh, just imagine
Didn't I say that once before? You can't.
The thought of trying on underwear,
yeah.
And then how about when you go into a dressing room? You can't try on underwear.
Well, you can, but they want you to keep on your undergarments. Like at Victoria's Secret.
The whole thought of that is not good.
I know. It's really nasty. Because when you think about it, if you take off your undergarment, and even if you try on something that has that plastic liner in it, think about how many bare pussies have touched the same plastic liner.
Oh.
Nasty people.
Oh, God.
Nasty. That's all I'm saying.
Cheese nuts.
Cheese nuts.
Yeah, nut sweat.
I'm sure that nut sweat's not in a pair of panties, but okay.
No, I would hope not.
No, men's underwear comes in those packages.
No, I don't. Yeah, panties are not. I mean, guys can. If you're gonna try on men's underwear, you can't. They seal that stuff in the store.
I told you about that ex-boyfriend I had who liked to wear my thong underwear.
You can't try.
The balls hanging out the side and the front.
The whole thought of that is not
underneath his state trooper uniform.
Oh God, the whole thought of that is not good. Not good. Yeah, please don't try on any underwear in the store. All right, just Just try them on when you get home, and then do what everyone else does. Put them back in the package and return them. And
yeah.
That's like when you buy something at Home Depot. It's like, everything has been returned, and like even though it looks like it's like a new package, you have to really open the thing up.
Yes, you fall for it all the time too, even though you know better.
Oh my God, it happens to me all the time. So I buy a fucking faucet or something for a job, and I get it back there, and I'll get the whole thing apart, and there's one little part that's missing. That's impossible to install this thing now. I got to get back in my truck, drive all the way back there, get back.
Why don't you remember?
Now I need to go on the returns line and stand in that line.
So bad.
Now return it, then go get another one of these things, purchase it again, drive all the way back. It's like, oh my God.
Well, here's a suggestion. Actually, go to the customer service desk and leave it there for a moment with an employee and say, listen, there's a piece missing. I'm going to go get another one, and I'm going to even exchange it.
Yeah.
And like leave the original one there with them.
It sounds good, but they don't want you to do that. They want you to, because like they don't want you to just go in there and like swap it off and take what they have to make it official and do it through the register. So now they can scan that thing. It goes into some sort of, defect pile, so they don't put it back on the shelf. Theoretically, they're not supposed to put it back on the shelf.
No, I'm saying as far as an exchange, not like like they can return it and repurchase it at that register, at the customer service register.
Yeah, but how many times have you been online and there's no one there in front of you? If she's got like 10 people online at the returns desk, they're not doing that. They're no. Anyway, it's a nightmare.
Skip the sucker.
So to get back to the whole thing, don't try on underwear and return it, even if they don't fit.
Yeah.
Throw them out.
Okay.
Because you bought them too small. It's your own damn fault. You can't fit into those, and you should know better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the being cold in the morning, I need a car starter for the new Stang.
You do. That's right. We got the new Stang, which we're loving. Our new Mustang.
I love that car more now than when we first bought it.
It is a badass car.
It is. It's a nice looking car,
and
I really enjoy driving it. And it's got some boogie to it.
Yeah, it's fast. It's got a lot of power.
It does.
It's got the convertible top, which is not you went from your SUV crossover type vehicle, which had all-wheel drive, and I told you you're in for a rude awakening this winter.
I bought a shovel.
You got really spoiled with all of that.
I bought one of those like little travel shovels in case I get stuck in some snow, so I can like dig out the tires or
I
something.
can see you now digging your car out.
I'm not going to enjoy that.
No, you're going to be the hot chick on the side of the road digging out a car, and then like there's going to be 20 guys pulling over to line it up. I'll do it for you.
I don't know about that. I picture myself being the one that gets like that whole slush that goes, that you get splashed on with the cars go by. Yeah.
Slush. It was like the person standing at the bus stop, and, and the wave curls over their head as the truck goes by through the puddle. There's some videos online about that. It's so, oh my God, it's funny. Yeah. It is funny.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not funny though. If it happens to you, it sucks.
Yeah, it really blows.
Oh my God, we've been in the city like walking around and stuff, and like and you get hit.
You almost can't help doing it to other people because they're standing in a way in the way of where you're going.
I've done it to people, and not intentionally, but I've been
but
like,
get the fuck out of the way.
I've been in the right lane, the lane close to the curb, and there's another lane next to me so there's cars right on the other side of me. I can't even veer out of my lane to avoid the puddle because I'll sideswipe the car next to me. So there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
And sometimes I see it coming. I'm like, oh God, this is going to be bad. And I'm like, I try to slow down a little bit, but there's been a few times I've definitely sent some tidal waves curling over people's heads.
That
especially with my big truck. That thing just throws water.
Well, because I'm not enjoying running because our driveway, where we park our car, is not really close to the front door.
No.
So I'm not enjoying running out and starting it and then running back in the cold. And more so if it starts to rain or like sleet, or that's going to be
you gotta have the
that's going to majorly
remote starter.
suck.
You had one in your last car. I have one in my truck, especially like where we live, or really anywhere. I mean, if you think about it, even if you don't live in an area that has a cold climate, even if you live in friggin' Miami, and it's hot, you still can leave the air on in your car and start
That's
it
why I mentioned.
and let the car cool off rather than heat up.
Yeah, the lady that was here before, the reason I actually originally mentioned her was because she said that she just bought one. She found car starters on Groupon. Which I'm going to look for that now.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them on Groupon.
I mean, because it's not a difficult thing to get them installed.
Installers.
They're not
no.
terribly
you can
expensive.
Get one installed now for like $200.
I was thinking like $150.
Yeah, maybe even under $200.
Yeah,
they used to be
I'm thinking maybe free.
Yeah, it used to be.
Anybody out there on Long Island wants to install some shit for free?
Gonna throw the push-up bra on the high heels and strut into the car stereo place. Hi, boys.
Oh no!
I can see it now.
No, you know what? Because it's with
You know
this
what else we gotta
Christmas
get?
shopping. It's making me sick with how much, like with the spending and all that business. You know,
I don't even want to go there.
it's like, yeah, because I'm still, I usually am done by September. I don't know what to buy for you. I don't know what to buy.
I told you, don't get me anything.
But I can't.
I don't need anything.
But you know, there's not going to be
We
a
go
holiday.
through this every year. I tell you, I don't want
I'm not
anything.
going to give you nothing though. What are you getting me?
Nothing. That's why I want you to get me nothing, so I don't feel bad. No, you always get good gifts, man. You get gifts, you're like, oh no. How many times I bought you gifts and you want to return them because they're like, you know.
Yeah. You know what, though? I was thinking, because you've gotten me a few times, you've gotten me a Sephora gift card. I just want to say, I'm not saying that I want that. I'm just throwing it out there that if you do that again, I have one of those, like I'm a member kind of card, you know, like they have my name in the computer.
Wow.
So make sure that you purchase that and have them pull up my name so that I get the credit. Because the more you spend under your card name, you know what I mean, then the more like bonus stuff you get. So if you buy it and give them my name and put it on my card, at least I'll get more bonus stuff.
Okay.
Just saying. Same thing that you guys should know that about your girls too, you know.
Oh,
If
yeah.
they like to shop in Ulta, Sephora, they all have those like memberships.
All the makeup stuff.
Yeah, they have that. So
all
yeah.
you chicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the chick stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of chick stuff, actually, somebody had asked me. You know, I don't like to say it without giving somebody the credit of the name who asked me. But there was somebody who was asking me about what product do I use when I'm making my hair curly, because I gave that information on the straight hair stuff the last time. So she said her name was Amy Davidson. I'll be purchasing the products you recommend to get your hair straight, but what products do you use on the days you want to keep your hair wavy and curly? So
Nothing. Just let it dry.
No. I use the leave-in conditioner that I had put on that episode with the products. But there's a product I put in when I want to make it wavy, and after I put in my leave-in conditioner, it's by Catwalk TG, and it's called Curls Rock Curls Amplifier. It's in a blue. What do you call this? What do you call this, Skip?
It's like a.
It's a pump.
Like the pump.
Like
foam
a standing,
thing.
like a standing pump thing, and you know, like you put one pump into your hands, and then you pump it, and you pump, and then
You pump
and then
it,
you put the goo all over your
You pump it, then it squirts in your hand.
and then it squirts in your hand, and you scrunch your hair with it.
And then it's like, what was
Yeah.
that movie? Something About Mary.
Something About Mary, yeah.
Yeah.
So you
You
scrunch.
got the goo in your hair.
Yeah. So but let me. This is the trick, actually, to having good
Think of
wavy
all the
hair.
money you could save. I could just do that for you.
I know, but then it would but you know what? It doesn't stay soft. It gets like that crispiness to it
Yeah.
when it dries. That's
It's
disgusting.
like stiff stuff.
Ugh.
Back in the 80s, man.
So
Remember that
gross.
shit?
Ugh. So, but you know what the trick is also, ladies, to have like the most awesome waves in your hair. It's not necessarily how you style your hair. If you put the products in it, you got the blow dryer and you got the diffuser. But if you want to have awesome wavy hair, what you do is you just dry your roots with your hair dryer, and you kind of like the rest of your hair will get like semi-dry, but it's still moist. And then you go to bed. You put your head on the pillow, you lay on your back, you take your hair, you put it kind of like above you on your pillow.
You put your hair up,
No.
you lay on your hair.
You lay
on your back.
You don't lay on the hair.
What else do you do?
You lay on your back.
legs in
You
the air.
take your hair, you put it on the pillow like behind your head, but then you also kind of like scrunch it into like not like, don't let it spread out, keep it like scrunched in together, like kind of like close to your head, so that it dries in that shape of like being scrunched all together. You wake up with the most amazing waves.
Wow.
And how do I know it's amazing? Because that's what I wake up with. Sometimes, no, I'm just saying. Because usually if I blow dry my hair and make it all dry on the first day, the next day when I go to bed, because I don't wash my hair like about maybe like 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 days, depending on how good it looks, I take a water bottle sprayer and I spritz it all around with a water spritzer and make it moist, and then I scrunch my hair and go to bed again. The next day, second day, hair is always the best.
Well, second day. It's kind of like leftover Chinese food.
It was disgusting. Oh,
It's like leftover turkey dinner.
That's better.
Yeah, turkey sandwiches are always better. Like
We didn't
that.
get any leftovers this year.
No, I know.
You know what? Because I don't like leftovers. And
No sloppy seconds.
No, like I'm just saying, like, because there was a lot of leftovers, but we didn't take any because I think I had just made something for dinner. I think like in the crock pot, right?
Yeah. So what do we got going on? We got stuff on the schedule coming up this week, right? Like a busy week in the city doing stuff.
Are we going to the city? Oh, we're going to the city.
Yeah, we're going into New York this week.
Friday.
We got a couple of meetings for like show stuff.
Oh, it's the bike. Javits at the Javits Center. The bike
we're doing
show
the
this
bike
weekend.
show on Friday.
Yeah,
That's
people,
right. If you
we're
guys
gonna be
are
there.
in New York and you want to do a little meet and greet and come say hi, we're going to be at the New York City Motorcycle Show at the Jacob Javits Center.
We have a couple of meetings in the middle of the day, but we'll be there then in the afternoon.
Yeah, in the afternoon.
Yeah. So baby, I had a little what the fuck moment today. I went,
what the fuck?
During my lunch break, I went to McDonald's and I wanted to.
There's your first problem.
No,
right there.
I don't. Believe me, I don't like. I don't.
What the hell are you going to
No,
McDonald's?
no. I'm cutting that kind of shit out. I don't have
exactly.
that.
That's what.
But I
you
wanted
said.
a coffee, iced coffee, right? So I went to the drive-thru and I ordered a medium iced coffee, and I said, and I'll have 7 Splenda, and. Okay, so usually I ask for the Splenda on the side.
Think about what you just said, though. Like that sounds like even just the sound of that. It's like
I know.
Every time you say that, I kind of cringe. Is there anybody out there listening to this that can imagine putting 7 Splenda into a cup of coffee?
It's a large beverage.
If it was a gallon-sized trough of coffee, I don't think you still need 7 Splenda.
Okay. Well, I like it sweet,
All right. That's
and
the
it's a
way
big
you like
beverage.
it.
So I asked for the medium iced coffee, 7 Splenda. And I usually say 7 Splenda on the side because I like to put all my own shit in. But this time I just said 7 Splenda. So I get the iced coffee and I get a little bag on the side. And I'm driving away and I look in the bag and I see 7 Splenda packets. And I thought to myself, And I get to work and I start sipping on my coffee. I hadn't done anything with the Splenda yet. I just wanted to see what it was like. And it was already sweet. And it turns out that I think that they put sugar in their iced coffee. So I'm thinking, like, if this has got sugar in it, I don't want to drink this because, like, the wasted calories. I fucking hate wasting calories on a beverage. I'd rather
have a giant piece of cake.
I'd rather have a fucking donut. Seriously. If I'm gonna eat sugar, I want to make it in like a form of like a cake or a cookie or something that I'm gonna really enjoy, not a drink.
Why don't you have a nice, sweet Italian sausage?
And because
I got something sweet for you.
I like Splenda. You're distracting me totally.
I know.
I like the way
what I
Splenda
do.
tastes, and I like it in my beverage. So I called up the McDonald's to see, like, what's the deal? Like, is that sugar or is that Splenda? And I just got extra Splenda. And the girl says to me, like, I couldn't know. I don't know if they would know. And I said to her, well, I'm a diabetic, and, I can't be having this sugar.
You're diabetic.
I know, I lied. Because I was, like, trying to point out to them, like, you fucking assholes. You can't just put sugar in somebody's drink. Like, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, it's iced coffee.
They gave you a coffee with sweetened already when you asked
Right.
for. Okay, so
Now, this is my fucking point. So she tells me.
So do they make them all like that?
Yes. She tells me that standard procedure
Whoa.
for iced coffee at McDonald's is that they put in the milk and sweetener.
So what happens when someone actually is diabetic and they
Right.
roll through and get?
What happens when somebody likes their coffee black? What happens when they like
don't
it
want
with
sugar.
no sweetener? What happens if they like it with sugar and no milk? It's like if you have your coffee made a certain way, what makes these assholes think that you don't want your cold coffee the same way?
Well, evidently they know how you like it better than you.
What the fuck is that? There's only one way that you can get iced coffee?
Who is it? Burger King? Says,
McDonald's.
Have it your way?
Yeah.
Is that Burger King slogan?
But yeah, their coffee blows. McDonald's has really
Burger
good
King got
fucking
the
coffee.
worst coffee on the planet.
The worst.
Oh.
No, you know what's worse is that fucking shithole in Canada. What's that? What's that place?
Shithole.
What's that place called again? Where you were talking about the last episode. That chain place. Oh,
It's
Hortons. Timothy
They
Hortons.
have good
oh,
food, though.
God.
You just didn't like the coffee.
So disgusting.
I like
but anyway,
all the other stuff.
So, like, how is it that, like, it's a known thing? I mean, like, Starbucks is the most popular place on the fucking planet, right? People like the coffee made a million different ways with different things in it. Why does McDonald's think that there's only one way to do an iced coffee? And if I ask
like
for
7-Eleven
Splenda,
coffee.
if I ask for Splenda, I like it too. Why would you put sweetener in a coffee that I asked for? Hello?
Because they know what you want.
What
They
the
know that
fuck
you
is
like
that?
it better this way.
It's so messed up. It's like, and now I drove away already. I'm already at work. I'm not going to go back now. Although the girl did tell me her name, like, I'm the manager, you can come back and I'll give you another coffee tomorrow, or whatever.
Hey, thanks.
That's great.
Hey, thanks. Are you going to sit in traffic for 30 minutes it took to get back there at
Right.
rush hour traffic and fucking lunchtime?
Right.
You're going to pay for my gas? I mean, what
Right.
else is going to happen?
It's what the fuck with that? It's bullshit. Why don't they ask you how do you want it?
Right.
You're at the drive-through.
Well,
they ask
do.
you.
They do ask you how you want it.
No.
So what? Here, better yet, what is the point of asking you how you want it if you were already going to make it the way that they want it? It's not the way you want it. It's the way they want it.
Right, and it's coffee. It doesn't make sense. Some people like it a little sweet. Some people like it a lot sweet.
Well, more
some people like it
importantly
dark,
than like
light,
how you
black.
like it, it's like it's really like a health concern because some people can't have sugar, right?
Right.
So it's like,
What if I died?
Like that's a problem.
What if I died from my fake diabetes?
That is a big problem.
God damn it!
That's a legitimate what the fuck.
It totally
What
is.
the fuck, McDonald's?
What the fuck, McDonald's? Fucking piss me off.
Fuck. Have you heard that Ronda Rousey is back in the news? Mr. Dana White from the UFC has made an announcement this week that Ronda Rousey will be having a rematch with Holly Holm.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a second ass kicking for her.
I believe it will be.
Man, did she get lit up.
Yeah,
Holy God.
yeah, and she has been like in hiding since that fight. Like she has not made any.
Like ducked out for like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, well, no, I think more than that, and more than that, she hasn't been speaking to the media at all. And when she was at the airport, she covered up her head, didn't make any statements or anything. That fight changed my whole opinion about the way that they pumped her up. You know what I mean?
Well, there's
without a doubt, she's a good fighter.
Of speculation. Yeah, of course, she's a great fighter.
Yeah,
she's
and you see her in training. She knows how to throw a punch. She knows
she's a proven
mixed
fighter.
arts.
She has a history of being.
But they gave her lame
champion
ducks
judo fighter
for fights.
MMA fighter. She does have a boxing background behind her as well, but nowhere near what Holly Holm had. I mean, Holly Holm came from a successful boxing career way before she got into MMA. I mean, she was a world champion, multi-world champion boxing.
And they didn't hype her up at all like she actually deserved. If you actually look at her record and all the times that she's won
She's
and
got
for
an
how
amazing
long.
record.
Yeah, and I saw this I think it was like a photographer made a video, and it was a video made of stills that she took before the fight and during and after, and they were showing all of the media and the interviewing that was going on like the day of and the day before, and Holly Holm got like 4 or 5 reporters sitting around a table like the night before, and Ronda Rousey had like a whole fucking stadium full of people.
Yeah, the next day was complete 180. Right?
Yeah, but it was like Holly Holm got like no attention before, you know what I mean? And she was really deserving of some, she was a really threatening challenger. And I don't think nobody really gave her the credit she deserved, which she obviously is getting now. But it really makes me wonder about the challengers that Ronda got before, that she beat them so easily and that she got so beaten down in this last fight.
Well, there's a lot of speculation. Everyone's saying that, she finally met someone who's really, a contender for the world championship.
You see what that Layla Ali said?
It's like she actually fought a real fighter this time.
Did you see the Layla Ali interview or on
the video they caught her
on
at LAX,
TMZ?
right?
Yeah,
on TMZ.
Yeah, man, she's no Ronda fan.
No. Well, she tells it like it is.
She's like, that's how she is in her prime.
You come from Muhammad Ali's family, you're going to tell it like it is.
Yeah, she's like, that second fight's going to be repeated the first.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it will be, and I think if it's not, then it's all fucking staged.
Yeah, there was no stage in that fight.
Yeah.
There was no stage in the fight that you saw.
Yeah, the beatdown that she got, she looked shocked, and she was shocked, and she's going to make up the
She was gassed
now.
out. At the end of that first round, you could see she was like in desperation mode. She was like, holy shit, I'm getting my ass kicked for the first time. Like, she didn't even know how to handle that.
Yeah.
So, she got outboxed. It was a technical fight, and everything Rousey took everybody else down with quickly didn't work on Holly Holm.
Mm-hmm.
Holly Holm not only defended herself from the attack, but also went back and countered and put it right back in her face. Yeah. Everything from her stand-up game to her takedown game was completely blown away.
Yeah.
So,
and I think the reason why, because I was a Ronda fan before, because of course I'm like totally supportive of like the strong female, and that that she's doing what always was a boys' sport, and that she's succeeding at it. But I feel disappointed in that. I feel like they gave her a false hype now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it was made up just to get everybody's attention, and that she was made up to be bigger than she is, you know?
Well, there's no, you can't run from that forever. Sooner or later, somebody's going to come along.
But that was, it was too much of a disparity between their skills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be an interesting rematch. It's going to be probably the biggest rematch that's ever happened on the planet.
It is. Of course, they're going to make $1 trillion each one of them.
They're billing that fight as the biggest upset ever in sports history, in any sport. That if you look right now in the news, that's the way they're calling this thing. So the rematch is going to be a colossal. It's going to be a Mayweather-Pacquiao moneymaker, and hopefully it'll be a much better fight than Mayweather-Pacquiao.
Yeah.
But the rematch is going to be really something. They haven't announced a date yet for it, but I'm looking forward to seeing that. And what we also found out recently, Ronda Rousey is going to be doing some scripted work, playing a part in the new...
Your squeaking chair's annoying the fucking shit out of me. Please do something. Stop moving or move the chair.
I'm squeaking it.
God, all I'm hearing is a squeaking.
Ronda Rousey's going to be in a remake of the movie Roadhouse. Remember Roadhouse?
So fucking
Patrick Swayze.
cheesy.
Wait, Patrick Swayze and Sam Elliott.
I think
right?
Patrick Swayze was like $1.20 with his huge hairsprayed mullet. Right. It was like the cheesiest movie ever, where he was the tough guy bouncer at the bar.
Right.
Like, and I loved him. He was like a great actor. And like all the classics, fucking Ghost.
That was
great.
after Ghost, though, right?
Yeah.
So like after Ghost, like you couldn't like, I don't know, I couldn't really dig the whole Patrick Swayze being the tough guy bouncer.
No, and Dirty Dancing. It's like
No. Well, anyway, Ronda Rousey making an appearance in the remake of Roadhouse coming up very soon.
Is she going to be the bouncer?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh. You know what? I don't even know that I'd want to see that movie because it sucked the first time. Why the fuck would you want to see it again?
Maybe it's going to be better the second time. Let's hope.
I don't know. Some movies don't need to be remade.
A lot of movies don't need to be remade.
Yeah, like why the fuck would you do that?
That's like when you see they're remaking Roadhouse, you got to wonder, like, have they run out of shit to do?
Right.
Like, is there
the creativity?
Is there no more original ideas?
They need me to write a script now.
There's got to be some other movies.
It's better than like shit that's already been done.
There's got to be movies that are more deserving of a remake than a fucking Roadhouse.
It's like really, it's lame.
I wonder if they're pulling Patrick Swayze out of retirement for that thing.
Maybe he's dead.
I'm kidding. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's like he died a long time ago.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Well, they can do some special effects, man. With all
I feel
CG.
bad disparaging him because he's dead, but that movie was really lame.
Yeah.
I got a new
Pretty hard to pull him out of retirement.
Dick.
They're doing all that CG.
Well, they're having concerts now with
That's what I'm saying.
with the holograms too. They're doing concert.
They just did a Michael Jackson concert recently, didn't they? Like
I think they were going to do Whitney Houston also.
Yeah, with like holograms and CG and.
I think I would be interested in actually if it was like a really good quality hologram. Right. Why wouldn't you want to go to that?
I don't know.
But you know what?
I
saw Whitney Houston.
The holograms in the Roadhouse.
I saw her in concert at Jones Beach a while back.
Yeah.
I fucking slept.
Oh.
She sings ballads.
You slept through. Wait, who did you tell me you slept through?
Dio. Who was he front for?
You slept through a Dio concert. Yeah.
Yeah. I slept through Black Sabbath.
What? That's like the hardest rocker on the planet, Ronnie James Dio. You had front fucking row, and you were sleeping. Wait, how'd the story go that Ronnie James Dio leaned off the stage and slept?
I was sleeping. Yeah, I was sleeping, and next thing, I was sitting there in my chair sleeping, and I was everybody else is standing, and at some point I opened my eyes, and
because you're in the front row, you're supposed to stand.
Yeah, so at some point I opened my eyes, and he was standing in front of me on the stage, looking down at me, giving me that hello wave
on the microphone.
No, on the wave.
Oh,
he didn't
God.
say it, but he gave me like that wave, like. Good morning.
God.
Nice of you to wake up. Yeah.
At a Dio concert.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to be there because the ex was into heavy metal, and I was dragged to these things I didn't want to go to.
I got dragged.
I didn't like it. I wore earplugs fucking all the time.
Well, front row, you got to. We just went to Van Halen. and we
were pretty close to the front. That was really good.
Yeah, we had insane seats, like guest of Van Halen seating and stuff, and it was pretty sick, right?
Yeah.
But loud as fuck. Oh
yeah,
my
earplugs
God.
on that one too.
Yeah, I don't recall if I've ever worn earplugs in a concert.
Yeah,
and
but you're so close to those speakers on the stage.
yeah, my ears were like blown out. I mean, it was so loud that it was almost like distortion in my ears.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah,
and
real
then Dr. Mark was right there,
Yeah.
right, like a row behind us.
Yeah.
And he pushed forward the foam earplugs.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that was
oh, dude,
nice.
thank you, man.
Yeah.
That was like the best thing anybody ever gave me at the moment. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, that was a good save.
Yeah. So, yeah, the bike show coming up this week. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I hope to see you guys over there. What have we got going on for any questions or anything happening with
Yeah,
our...
I wanted to tell you about my new supervisor at work. I got
supervisor at
another new supervisor at work. I am quite relieved that it's somebody that I really, really like.
Oh, cool.
I've known her through work, as a coworker for a number of years, and she's
nice.
really nice, and I no complaints. She's a really nice person.
I got some Skip's tips.
You do?
I got some Skip's tips.
Awesome.
I got a couple
Wait a minute.
tips.
Wait a minute. Skip's tips. Skip's tips. You won't get the shaft, just a tip.
You won't get the shaft. You won't get the shaft.
Tip.
I'm not gonna give you the shaft. It's just a tip.
All right, there's
Don't worry. It's just
there's
gonna
our
be the
jingle
tip.
without
Yeah,
music.
there you go.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much there, Jingle Girl.
Yes.
All right. How many times have you guys tried to hang a towel bar in your bathroom, or you try to hang a hook on the back of your bathroom door?
Word.
Only to hang a towel or a robe on it, and it pulls it out of the wall. It pulls, yanks the screws out of the wall, yanks the whole hook off
Because all
the
you
back
put it
of the
into
door.
was sheetrock.
Yeah, because, so many times you're going to try to mount that towel bar to the wall, and there might not be a stud back there. They won't,
He said mount.
oh, my God. Really, Beavis? Fucking, wow. So, of course, ideally, you'd like to be able to find some wood back there. You'd like to be able to find, some structure and screw at least one of those brackets into a stud. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way because where you want to place the towel bar, you're in between studs, okay, or the structural wood that's back behind the wall. So when you get the towel bars, they come with these little plastic inserts or mollies, right, that when you put the screw into it, it expands inside the wall. They don't work. Don't use them. They don't work at all. They'll work for a couple times until you actually hang like a wet towel on it. It's good for a dry towel. Try to hang something on it that actually weighs a little bit. See, me, I want to be able to do fucking pull-ups on that towel bar. So I need to, and just in case I miss the gym that day, I got to be able to do pull-ups on the towel bar.
Okay.
So yeah, if he does, I'm kidding.
Okay.
If he doesn't,
I tried to envision it. It didn't work.
Yeah, naked pull-ups, no less.
Okay.
So I mean, seriously. You got to be able to hang that thing. And that goes for all the accessory stuff. I mean, it's like a toilet paper holder, How many people have, pulled that thing out of the wall because the screws are not in any wood? You can't put the screw in the drywall. It's not going to hold it. So if you've seen these butterfly mollies, that's what I prefer. They work really good. Rather than using the screws that come with the towel bar or whatever other accessory you're trying to mount to the wall, you can replace the screw rather than using a wood-type screw. You can go and get a machine-threaded screw that goes into an expanding molly. And it looks almost like a butterfly, like it's spring-loaded. And
My grandma's name was Molly.
oh, yeah, Grandma Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I named a miniature pinscher.
Ace Man's dog.
Molly just
Molly,
passed away.
Yeah,
and I had a dog named Molly, and Jimmy Kimmel married a Molly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, okay then.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, we're going to put a Molly back inside your bathroom wall. So this is a different kind of Molly.
Okay.
So this is actually it's like a spring-loaded butterfly that will, when you push it through the hole, it will expand. It'll open up. And it'll flatten out against the back side of that
Jimmy
wall.
pushes through a hole with Molly.
Really? Wow. That's Ace Man would be proud of you on that. Is that the best you can do on your improv there? I think it's time to go back to class and. Oh my God, that was embarrassing. All right, so replace the wood screws going into the plastic. Supports that come with this unit. You can go right to your hardware store. You can get them. They look just like a butterfly. They spring open.
Sting like a bee.
Yeah, I prefer the 2-inch. They come with a 2-inch threaded machine screw, and they work perfectly for that type of stuff. So that's one suggestion I have for you. Also, if you're trying to put a hook on the back of the door, so many of us have done that pure. Same thing. You go to put the screws into the door. Seems like it's going to hold, but many bathroom doors, as well as a lot of the other interior doors in your house, might be hollow core doors. They're not solid wood doors.
I hate that.
Yeah, so the door actually has a thin, almost like a particle board material or luan or masonite, depending upon what the door is made out of, that's molded like a wood panel. You put a screw through it, it might hold temporarily, but there's no meat to the inside of that door. The inside of the door is hollow, right? So what I've done, I came up with this idea that actually works out really well. You can go to your hardware store, you can go to like a Depot or a Lowe's or whatever, and in the millwork or the molding aisles that have decorative moldings and things like that, they sell little wooden, it almost looks like a plaque, like you would have like engraved. It's a small wooden plaque. They come round or oval shape. Usually it's about 4 or 5 inches in length and maybe a couple inches in width. So picture a wooden unfinished plaque that you can paint white. What you do, you take that wooden plaque, and they're nice. They're routed. The edges are kind of beveled, kind of like the raised panel design that's on your door as well. So I've been using these oval ones. They look great. You can pick them up for a couple of bucks. You can pre-paint them. You take some construction adhesive like PL or liquid nails, and you glue that plaque to the door where you want to hang your hook. Okay, I'll take my finish gun, my trim gun, put a couple of finish nails into it just to hold it in place, tack it. But behind that, I put this construction adhesive. Let it set up overnight, come back the next day. Now you have a decorative painted plaque. It's kind of like a wooden standout on the door that matches the profile on the door pretty closely. It looks really good. Now you can screw your hook to that. And you can hang anything on that now. That's not coming off the door. You can hang your wet, heavy terry cloth robe on that thing. You can do whatever you want to do. It's not coming off.
Can you do that for our bathroom door?
Yes, I can. I've
Both
been doing
of them?
Yeah, I've been doing it for lots of my customers, and actually, I've been playing. I have some in my truck that I brought home for ours as well, because I think in the second bathroom over here, our hook just ripped out of the door as well. I love it when that happens,
and in our main
especially
bathroom.
when you go, oh, that one ripped out too.
Yes.
I don't hang anything on those hooks, so like I don't think I've ever used those hooks. Has anything ever been hanging on that hook?
No,
I don't recall ever seeing it.
No, because when we bought the house, they had already put the shitty screw in the shitty way.
Well, the hooks were already on there,
Yeah.
and they were new, matching the new hardware hinges and door handles and everything. So I think we probably left it, but yeah, that's the same thing. They put them in with those little plastic inserts that are supposed to expand when you put the screw into it. They don't work, and even if it does, the material that you're screwing into on that hollow core door, it's basically like a cardboard.
Yeah.
It has no strength to it at all.
Yeah.
So this is the way to go. Go into the wood, the molding aisle, check these things out. They come in some different shapes. Paint them up like the door, glue it on, you'll be good to go. I have a couple other tips for you while we're talking about stuff around the house. Washer and dryer tips. Okay. As you may or may not be aware of, one of the leading causes of house fires in the United States is due to excessive lint in the dryer vent hose. That's lint backup that in your dryer. And if you don't clean that stuff out, it's definitely going to cause a problem. First of all, it'll cause your dryer to work much harder. It causes your dryer to take a lot longer to dry the clothes because it's not exhausting the heat properly. So what happens is your dryer is going to run twice as long, which is going to run up your electric bills. It's going to be a big extra strain on your dryer. It's going to be more wear and tear on your clothes being in the dryer longer and spinning around and banging up your clothes, right? There's a lot of reasons why you want to dry out the vent hose on your dryer. First, of course, most importantly, is so your house doesn't burn down. So I have a couple of suggestions of things that you can use. There are brushes and products that you can get that make the job pretty easy. You can find links to these things on our website. Go to skipandalisonbedell.com, look under the Amazon links and the suggestions. Right?
No, you're going to go to the episode summary, and that's where I'm going to put the specifics about what you talked about in this particular
there you
episode.
Go. Okay, so the first one I want you to look at is called Gardus, the Gardus Lint Eater, Gardus Lint Eater.
It's you don't have to even give the specifics on the name of it.
I'm just telling them what to look. They can click on it. And the other one is a Deflecto. And that's the dryer vent kit. You can just click on that thing. It'll show you what it's about. They're both like under $30. They make the job really easy. You can either use it by hand or you can put it onto your cordless drill, which is great because you can send this thing up to 12 feet into the dryer duct. It has multiple pieces that you keep extending it.
I bet you're going to pull out like all the fucking socks that you never could find.
Yeah.
Right? Where the fuck are they?
That's where the socks are hiding. If you're missing,
God.
Yeah.
We have such a drawer.
You put in two, only one comes out. Where the fuck did they go?
That's got to be it.
They're in the vent hose.
This has to be.
they got sucked out and they're clogging. Yeah. If you're wondering why it's taking so long to dry your clothes, that's probably why, because you have an excessive amount of lint. You have to dry that thing a few times a year. In fact, there are services that'll come around. They're pretty cheap. They charge you like $25, and they'll do your dryer vent. They'll do the ducts in your house, for a couple $100. They'll clean out everything. But if you don't want to do that, you can do this yourself very easily. Get one of those two products. They're both highly rated. You'll like it. One more thing I want to talk to you about real quickly with a tip on your washing machine. The hoses on the back of your washing machine is something that people just kind of forget about. They hook up the washing machine and they never look at those hoses again. Also, one of the leading causes for a catastrophe in your house is a ruptured water hose, the supply hose to your washing machine. Big problem. The gaskets inside does go bad. The hose can rupture. The connection can come apart. Of course it's going to happen when you're away on vacation, people. That's when your house is going to be flooded out when you come home, and it's a nightmare.
Always.
Because what happens if that hose, just like the hose on your toilet or any of the supply hoses to your faucets on your sink, if they rupture, that valve is open, and unless you're there to shut the valve off, that water is just going to continue to run. There's nothing to shut it off. Just like if you were to burst your garden hose, it's just going to continue to run. So there are some hoses out there made by a company called Watts, and they make a hose that's a flood-safe hose. If you go online, you check out flood-safe hoses. They make them for toilets. They make them for sinks. They also make them for washing machines. Now, how these work real quickly, they have a mechanism inside of them that's designed to shut off the water, not allow any more water to flow through the hose if a high flow comes through that. So a typical flow for like a washing machine or for a toilet, the hose is designed to know what that flow is. And when there's a sudden burst of water that comes through that, like what would happen if the hose were to tear or break, it automatically trips this little device and it'll stop the flow of water immediately. Now, the one thing you should know, and there's some complaints about these things online, people say, well, they're great until they have like a fail-safe. And basically what happens is that if you are to shut your water off in your house, say for whatever reason, you're working on the pipes, whatever, and you turn the water back on quickly, many times, like when you turn the water back on and you go to run your faucet, you'll hear like a loud noise, like a loud bang, and that's basically the air slamming through the faucet before the water comes back out. That will trip this device. So you should know if you're going to put these hoses in place, they're great. They will save your house if you ever have a ruptured hose on any of your toilet, your sink, anything. They work awesome. But you have to make sure when you turn your water off for whatever reason at the main and you go to turn it back on again, you have to turn it on slowly, very slowly, because that'll trip these hoses. And once you trip them, I don't believe that you can reset them. You have to go out and get another hose. So some of them might be resettable. I think that for the most part, you'll need to go out and get yourself another hose, and that's a hassle. So there you go. There's some of my Skips tips, things that'll make your life easier and save your house.
Skips tips. You won't get the shaft, just a tip. Okay.
What? What?
That's my.
Are you talking about?
That's my song.
You won't get the shaft, just
a tip.
That's it. That's all you're getting.
Yep.
Tonight, honey, you're going to get it all. Yeah. You're getting more than a tip.
You promise?
I promise.
Oh, because I'm feeling kind of depressed.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, after that whole venting session there about your job, we're going to have to...
well, that's just one thing of 100.
Going to have to tune you up.
No, because I feel, Kilo's not doing good.
Yeah, we got the dog thing going on. But he seems to be better today.
He's better than he was yesterday. His face started to swell again, and
better is better than worse. So.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's not. I don't think he feels good though. He seems like he's got like that look on his face, like he's not feeling well, which is very upsetting to me. And what's really fucking pissing me off is that they want to, in order to figure out exactly what's wrong, they keep all the doctors saying you have to do a CAT scan, which is like
he's like 3 pounds.
No,
right?
well,
so they don't want to. They don't want to put him on the anesthesia.
Well, they don't want to put him under anesthesia, and also it's like $2,000 for that. And, I'm thinking about like how fucking expensive it is and how prohibitive it is by being so costly. And I'm thinking, doesn't it, because that the machines are expensive. Okay. So that I understand that. But wouldn't you make back that money so much fucking faster if you made the procedure $500 and then you'll have 100 times more people having you do the procedure?
Yeah.
So now you're making no money because people are saying, I'm not going to choose that because it's too expensive, as opposed to tons of people doing it if it was cheaper.
People want to spend the $2,000 just to now to be told what the problem is. That test is not going to fix the problem.
Right.
It's just going to tell you now you need to do this to whatever.
Right now you need another $2,000, $3,000 surgery to try to fix that problem.
Yeah. So first you got to spend the $2,000, which by the way we have been spending pretty regularly. Kilo's racked up. God, I don't even whatever the bills are. They are. I mean, obviously the vets are really expensive, and every time he goes in there, it's like $2,000 or $1,500.
Yeah, no, he had that. He had the abscess surgery, which was $1,500, and then a week later we went to San Jose, and he blew up with inflammation, and that was another $1,500 for when we checked him into the hospital for 2 days. And then plus the medicines, plus the consultations.
Which we're going to spend, whatever you got to spend to make sure that he's well, and you want to give him the best life that you can spend. But your point is, and I think it's well made, is that some of these things are almost like you have to, are people put in a position now to where they say, okay, the dog's 14 years old. Are we gonna go down the road to where we're gonna spend another $5,000 or $6,000, right, to maybe get another year out of him or whatever? And maybe the quality of his life won't even be that good, or could they make it more affordable for people to where you might actually do the test to figure out, and then more people could actually keep their pets alive, But well, then again, they're charging $30,000 for a chemo treatment for one session. It's like some of this stuff is it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but at least it can help you make a decision as to, is this something that's treatable, yes or no,
right.
And do you want to do the treatment? It's just like it helps.
And we
you.
had pet insurance on all of the pets.
And he got dropped off like a year or two ago because of the age. I've had pet insurance on all of them. Right,
which is really a worthwhile investment because, especially if you have multiple animals.
Yeah.
We have multiple dogs and cats, and it's basically like you can pretty much rack up like an annual salary for most people just in maintaining these animals.
Yeah. But I want to, and it's like I want to do the CAT scan, and I feel badly about that.
Right.
Because I know that you're also going to be thinking about how much that costs.
Oh, don't put it on me. You haven't heard me say anything. I say do what you got to do. No, don't turn that around on me. I am never going to be the one to say don't spend the money, because when something happens to that dog, I don't want to have anything to be part of that, because that's your baby. So you got to do what you feel is the right thing to do. And this is a tough situation. We were just talking to our neighbor just yesterday, who I think just today had to go through the whole process of maybe, deciding whether or not they were going to put their dog down. It's a horrible thing to have to do, and it's like, when do you make that decision? Like, at what point is a dog's quality of life to where it becomes now more about the dog is being kept alive for you, or is it for the dog? And it's a tough decision. It's very tough.
Now you're going to make me cry.
No, don't cry. I'm not trying to make you cry. No, I'm not trying to make you cry. Come on. But to answer back to what you just said, I will never tell you don't spend the money, because we're going to do whatever we got to do to make him happy as long as you can. And that's what you do for your pets.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
He just looks miserable.
Yeah. Well,
I gave him some pain medicine.
He's
because he was, when the swelling goes down, he's in a good mood. He was happy, he was happy this past week. He was happy before at San Jose. It's like he's been good, and then it's like all of a sudden it swells up again.
Yeah.
And we don't know what it is, and I want to know if it's something that we could treat.
It's tough, man. Look what Ace Man and Lynette went through with Molly. It's like they did everything under the sun to keep her alive. For that dog was like, oh my God, full of tumors and diabetic and this and that. And the other thing
because his eyes too. Because his eyes, he had glaucoma, so now he doesn't have any pressure in his eyes, so they're smaller than They were. So the expression in his face, is like, looks sad,
Right.
even without being sick.
You have done every single thing along the way of that dog's life to where, let's just talk about the glaucoma for a second, right? When he had glaucoma, they did surgery on his eyes.
Yeah, the cataracts.
Yeah, and cataracts. They installed permanent lenses in his eyes. It was like $7,000 or something, right?
Yeah.
Do it. So that was like one of many things all along his life. He's got the best care that any animal on the planet has ever received. So, you continue to do what you can do. And, I think overall he's doing pretty good. What is he, 14 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want
He's
him
hanging
to
it.
feel
He's tough, man.
sick.
Kilo's like, fuck you, gringo. I'm not going down without a fight, man. I cut you. He's tough, man. He's kicking. He's like, nah, I'm not going out, man.
I know.
That's it.
It makes it worse when he seems like he doesn't feel good.
Yeah. And there it is.
There it is. You know what? Now that we went to closing finally tonight, we don't have to worry about them because we couldn't spend any fucking money before it.
When you're going through the mortgage process, you have to. It's like they continually check your credit. So it's like, you don't want to rack up, you don't make any big charges. Don't go out and buy a car. Don't finance something else, because then that throws the whole process into a tailspin. Now you got to get all new paperwork. You got to, so it's like, and this thing has been postponed a couple of times.
Yeah,
right?
and so it's like all we needed was that one more fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then they finally said on Friday everything was good, or Thursday night everything was good. We're going to close on Monday. Great. So then I went in for my Friday morning appointment, and I got a dental implant. And then the woman calls me in the afternoon. Okay, make sure you fax me over this and that, and and don't open up any new credit cards, and don't spend a lot of money. I was like, fuck! I just got an implant this morning. Like, she's like, oh.
What did you put it? You put it on one of the cards or something, or whatever.
Like on the care credit card, So
Right.
I didn't, because I didn't think, because we were so close, and she didn't say that before. And I was thinking, it was only like $1,300. But then when she said don't spend a lot, I was like thinking, fuck. And then she got worried.
The paperwork
like,
process is like, if anybody out there has been through the process of refinancing a mortgage, it's like the paperwork is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So actually, this one wasn't too
So
bad in that respect, because it's like like we were saying before. It's kind of the streamlined version.
Yeah,
But
it's
still,
better.
you don't want to have to go back and redo. It's a pain in the ass, right? So it's like, all right, you just want to get it done. Once you start down the road, you're like, let's just finish it. So
yeah. So
here we are.
So that in closing, everybody would be very much appreciated by me to give a prayer for Kilo, please, and also go to our website. It's hammernailspodcast.com.
Check out the site.
Check out the website, because
Check
that's
out our wish list. Some cool stuff coming up for holidays if you guys are shopping for people.
We got that out there for you. And if there's something that we mentioned that I forgot to put on the website with like a clickable link, please write to me and ask. And also don't forget to look at the episode summaries, because that's where all the links are to the stuff we talked about.
And
in the episode.
when's the best ofs coming out? The starting
That's going to
one?
be the last 2 weeks of December, starting like the I think the 18th Friday. I think those.
It'll be like 4 episodes.
I think we're going to have a new episode on the 18th, and then the 2 weeks after that is going to be all.
So it'll be like 4 episodes of best ofs.
Yeah, people, don't forget, if you're still listening at
Oh
this
yeah,
point,
that's right. Yeah,
us,
give us your suggestions.
Yeah, give us your suggestion and the time code of the spot that you thought was a good segment for us to put in a compilation, and we will definitely give you the credit. And,
That'd be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that would be very
mention
fucking
the
cool.
podcast,
It would make it easier for us
in the
to
write-up
find
too,
it.
right?
Yeah.
You have your name in the write-up?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and it would make it easier for us, and it would be very fucking cool
It
for
will
you.
live forever on the internet.
Yeah.
Forever.
You're an asshole.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Okay,
What was that?
we're spent. Okay, time to get ready to go to bed now.
All right, y'all.
Okay, so
see you
thank
guys
you.
next time. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you. We love you guys.
Bye.
This is Corolla Digital.